Ticket Machine is the official ticket broker of Spartan Nation. No matter what you need a ticket for, border to border, coast to coast, the Ticket Machine is your ticket source. So whether you need to get into the hottest concerts, the best sporting events, you want the best seats in the house, or you just want to get in the door, when you want to go to any event that requires a ticket, anywhere, border to border, coast to coast, it's always theticketmachine.com. Theticketmachine.com, 517-655-3201. Check it out today at theticketmachine.com.
Support. I think there was a couple times down the stretch there where we really needed that fan support. Just really proud of our team in general, but certainly, you have to kind of point at your senior leader, Captain Jenna Allen, as someone that really put the team on her back. She's been playing extremely well, leading. She's really invested in herself as a player in the off season, and obviously it's paying off this year. So I'll open up for questions.
Suzy, two of them. First of all, an atmosphere like that, a big win, how big of an impact can that make in recruiting? You already do well in recruiting, but for them to see that atmosphere.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think, we always say this is not like that everywhere. You can go into some women's programs that are actually, maybe top 10, and you could drive a Mack truck through there. The support is just not there from a fan base. So to me, we know how special it is here at Michigan State to be a women's basketball player, and we certainly don't take that for granted. And just seeing all our fans, and certainly those little faces, those little girls that look up to our kids, I think is very rewarding. But we needed them yesterday. It was definitely down the stretch we needed them. But it helps in recruiting. I mean, everything helps in recruiting. Especially we played out there, to be able to play here with that, as you mentioned, that kind of crowd. They're ranked. I feel like we should have been ranked, but it hopefully now that changes. But at the same time, I think it's good all the way around for us in recruiting. And as you know, everything's about recruiting. Is I'm about to get on a plane in a couple hours and go recruiting. So everything's recruiting nowadays.
And with such a young team, how important is this towards them learning how to win?
Yeah, it's big. I mean, we have some freshmen playing a key role, certainly. You have to look at Nia Clouden first. She's starting point guard as a freshman. I mean, Taryn went through that. So I do think our experience, even though we're young, besides Jenna being our only senior, but we do have a lot of experience back. So that's positive. But Clouden playing the point has been refreshing because she's just, she's never too high, never too low. She just competes and plays. We threw her to the fire early, scrimmage in Notre Dame, and she was a little bit erratic to start in the first couple of minutes and then settled right in. So I knew it didn't matter who we were going to play, that kid was going to be all right. She just has a way. I mean, she's going up over Breonna Turner. She can go up with Ruthie, So I wasn't really worried about her downhill attack or running the team. And she's never, ever shown any kind of the moment's too big for her. The team's too much. Like, she's never shown that. So our freshmen, I think, have gained valuable experience. I think Tori Osmond has really been playing well. I know she didn't maybe stuff the stat sheet as she had been the last handful of games, but she's a long, athletic guard. She can do a lot of things. She always seems to do the right thing at the right time when we need her to. So that's positive. I was disappointed in myself. I didn't get Kayla in, but Jenna was just playing so good that we really needed more face-up for people than we did. Kids that could kind of stretch the defense a little bit. And I just felt like I just didn't have the luxury the way Jenna was playing to take her out and put Kayla in. So I'm disappointed in myself, but at the same time, Jenna played 37 minutes. It's the most she's probably ever played in one single game. So it's a lot of minutes, but she's in better shape, so I knew she could do it. I felt a little bit bad about her, but those three freshmen have been very impactful.
Suzy, I know you mentioned you felt you guys should have been ranked before this game, but what sort of statement do you think this makes to the rest of the college basketball world about your team?
Yeah, I mean, if we would have won the NC State, I mean, that was a one-possession game. It was back and forth. I know it was in Cancun, so a lot of people didn't look at it too much. We lost by, I think we ended up losing by 4 in that situation, and they're ranked 10th in the country. I knew the way we scrimmaged Notre Dame, and we didn't have Drake, we didn't have Sid, and we barely had Shea in that game, and I knew how we performed against them. So I knew our team had some pieces. I knew, I felt good about it. We shared the ball. We come at you a lot of different ways. I think we've improved in certain areas that have helped us immensely from last year. And, but women's basketball, I mean, even guys basketball, I mean, we start the season and they have those rankings. It's like, how does anybody even know? I mean, how can you even vote on that? I've always believed you should kind of wait till December 1st, like let at least November play through so people have 6, 7 games under their belt. You can kind of see how people are going to consistently perform. Because I think sometimes it just puts undue pressure and unfair expectations on some pretty young kids, especially if you have some young freshmen that are contributing on whether it be men's or women's basketball.
Suzy, it kind of seemed like Jenna just kind of had that look in her eyes there, especially late after that 3. What was it kind of like watching her on the sidelines just kind of take over a game like that?
Yeah, jeez. Also, one of the neatest moments in coaching, you know, when you can watch a kid, like I think I said that, it's just when you watch one of your players just play so hard, they have nothing left, you know, and they play so well at the same time. I don't know, it was one of the neat moments, just she had tears of joy, you know, whether it be in the locker room or right after the game. And, you know, that, you don't usually come to an emotion like that unless it's pretty raw and pretty pure. So I've seen some amazing performances and been part of some great wins, but if you know Jenna and the kind of person that she is, you just, like, your heart was as big as Breslin watching that happen. So she certainly didn't let anybody down, and she didn't let herself down, and she was spectacular. So it was right up there, one of my top 5 moments, I think, just watching her run back with her arms up, and really proud of what she had accomplished and our team had accomplished.
This is a pretty simple question, but where do your expectations lie now, knowing that you can compete against a team like Oregon and on a huge stage like that?
Well, hopefully just, as you know, you can never get too high or too low, I guess, in this business. I think there's a lot of things we still have to work on. There's no question about that. So, for me, it's just about how much better can we be, and then where are weaknesses that people might take advantage of, and how can we make sure that we're ready for those, whether it be doubling the post or sagging off certain people on the offensive end, zoning us, maybe full court pressure. We've seen a little bit of everything, but consistently now that there's numbers on a stat sheet, people can kind of start scouting you based on that. Like, let's play off her, let's double her every time she gets it, ball screen defense, that kind of thing. So, to me, it's just really about making sure we're prepared for what's ahead. But the conference is tough, and we have quite a few teams ranked in the top 25, and it's going to be a grind. As you know, we open up with Iowa at home, who's ranked, I think, 13th or 14th, is that right? Something like that right now, and they have one of the best post players in the country. So, it's certainly going to be a challenge right out of the gates for us.
Suzy, after I talked to you yesterday, I spoke with Jenna, and she indicated, I'm paraphrasing, that you said seniors need to step up in this game. And she looked around and said, I'm the only senior. I guess she's talking to me. I don't know if you meant it like that, but she obviously took the challenge.
Yeah. Actually, I had that conversation with her a couple games ago, too, when we weren't going to have Shea to play in the ACC Challenge game against Virginia. And I think last year when Shea went down, our team kind of just fell apart. We just didn't have anybody to lead. It was like, uh-oh, what do we do now? Then we lost a couple more players and guards, and it was just sort of, we imploded a little bit. And so she had a talk with the team, and the team was like, we're not going to let that happen this year. And I talked to her about the year that Tori was our only senior. And Tori single-handedly won us numerous games. As you know, she had one of the best runs I've ever seen and put herself right into a national spotlight in a top 10 draft pick just because of her performance. And so, I told Jenna that, that's the kind of thing we need right now. There's a big game, big stage, and this is what big-time seniors do when you're capable. And some of her skill set, we knew we could take advantage of the way they defended. So she was ready. It's one thing to be ready. It's another thing to actually physically do it. And so, watching her actually perform the way she did was pretty inspiring.
What is Shea's status? Has this lingered longer than you thought?
I don't know. I thought maybe we might have her back for the game yesterday, but that was kind of touch and go. I mean, it was a couple weeks type thing. So we're at that or a little bit over that. So it's really just a day-to-day thing. Luckily, there's nothing torn or no issues that way. It's just a sprain in her knee. So we just luckily we have a week here with exams to kind of let her continue to rest without any games. But our team has really responded, and what I like about our team is that it's come from a lot of different places, and hopefully that, to me, that's just going to make us stronger when she comes back.
And Margarita said she wasn't even going to play yesterday. Is decided I gotta play against Oregon. You're 8-1 with a lot of injuries. You gotta
Yeah.
feel good about that, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, Sid, that's the first time Sid played. She didn't even play in the ACC game. Sid's been out for like a little over a week and a half. She's nursing an ankle and an Achilles tendonitis issue. So we've had to shut her down. She didn't practice all the month of September and October. So she was out basically for all of practice, tried to start playing in the games. It kind of flared itself up with a rolled ankle. You got Shay's situation. Dreek's playing with issues in both her knees. And then Claire was out too because she twisted her knee when we were in Mexico. So there was 4 kids, 4 kids right there out of the gates. So that was disappointing. The positive thing was we got Kayla back. Kayla had been out the whole time, and her first game was in Mexico. So we're just going to try to keep continuing to work with her. She's refreshing. I think she's going to be a really, really good player. Like I said, I just feel bad I couldn't get her the minutes the way Jenna was playing.
So 8-1, must be pretty pleased with that.
Was that your question?
Yeah. Come on, there's no answer.
I wish we were 9-0. That's what I should say. Yeah, I mean, I'm pleased, especially with some of those injuries for sure, and then limited minutes, no question. Any other questions? Okay, thanks guys, appreciate it.